What if Lewis Hamilton decides to retire from Formula One today? Will Hamilton's retirement be hinged on Masi's decision at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix? Can Totto Wolff get an excellent driver to fill in Hamilton's seat at Mercedes? The Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the last race of the 2021 Formula One season, saw things get messy between Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. Hamilton is reported to have said, "This is manipulated, man," during the race. Hamilton's statement, coupled with Totto Wolff, the Mercedes boss, comments that the sport disillusions him and Hamilton, and are springing a lot of rumors in the Formula One world. Since the incident, Hamilton has refused to comment or post on social media, which has cast doubts around his Formula One career. This is not the story of what happened at Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, but the plans to replace Hamilton after retirement. This is the story of Mercedes' retirement plan for Hamilton and the company's future after the exit of the world champion. Welcome to Race Pace. In today's video, we will be looking at what Lewis Hamilton's rumored retirement means for Mercedes and the possibility of finding the best replacement after he retires from Formula One. What will happen if Lewis Hamilton decides to retire from Formula One in 2022? Will Mercedes be able to find a viable replacement and continue the glory run? Can you fill in Hamilton's seat at Mercedes? If Hamilton finally decides to leave the sport in 2022, it will be the end of an era for Mercedes, who had not won anything until Hamilton's arrival. Mercedes will search for an experienced Formula One driver, as the company will look to pick quality over quantity. Lord Peter Hain, vice chairman of the all-party parliamentary group of Formula One, also shared his view on Hamilton's rumored retirement. While acknowledging that Hamilton has 2 years left on his contract, he added that Hamilton's retirement would cause severe damage to Mercedes, and Formula One will be massively damaged. Lord Hain pointed that he hopes Hamilton returns to right the wrong that was done to him. "I'm hoping he will, by his sheer ability, overcome this. He has overcome racism, prejudice. He's come from a very humble background with an extraordinary father. He's a poor black kid who made it to the top." Since the controversial end to the 2021 F1 season at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the media has made several attempts to get Totto Wolff's opinion on Lewis Hamilton's retirement from F1. The Mercedes boss has not been able to respond positively, but stated that he hopes Hamilton will return to the sport. Hamilton also missed the FIA prize-giving gala in Paris. His absence at the gala has continued to raise eyebrows within the FIA, who view this as a possible violation of the rules and regulations. Mercedes' protest to the FIA over the decisions and race results at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix was rejected. The team announced its intention to appeal the decision, but eventually decided not to pursue the appeal. The Abu Dhabi Grand Prix was the deciding race, and Verstappen overtook Hamilton in the final lap to deny Hamilton the 8th title. Some decisions made by the race director, Masi, were highly contentious. Former Formula One driver Stefan Johansson chastised Masi for refusing to accept the obvious solution for what happened at the much-disputed Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Do you know what it takes to replace a retiring champion in Formula One? You don't have to answer that now. You'll get a better idea at the end of this video. If the 7-time world champion decides to retire, here is a list of the possible replacements to be considered by Mercedes. A good retirement plan requires a viable successor. Enough about what the incredible Formula One master's retirement means for Mercedes. Let's look at the possible replacements. Do you have a list of likely candidates to replace Hamilton? Well, let's see if any of your candidates make the cut. In the event that Hamilton decides to leave, here are the most sensible solutions for Totto Wolff and his Mercedes team. Pierre Gasly. The most viable option now appears to be Pierre Gasly. Gasly's contract with AlphaTauri runs out in 2023, and he hopes to be a prominent option for a top team. Gasly was demoted to AlphaTauri in 2019, midway through his maiden season with the Red Bull senior team in 2019, following his struggle alongside Verstappen. He won the Italian Grand Prix in 2020 with Red Bull's second team. Gasly was considered one of the most impressive drivers on the grid in the 2021 Drivers' Championship, where he finished in the points 15 times. Gasly recorded a career-best 110 points in 2021, outscoring rookie teammate Yuki Tsunoda by 78. He also outqualified the Japanese in 21 of 22 races and averaged a half-second pace advantage in qualifying. Although Gasly is currently with Red Bull, the competition is quite fierce as Verstappen has expressed intentions to spend his entire career with Red Bull, narrowing the available seats to just one. Esteban Ocon. Another racer that is most likely to switch to Mercedes is Esteban Ocon. Although he is currently with Alpine, Ocon has maintained his link with the Silver Arrows through his management. Totto Wolff would have to convince Alpine to let Ocon off his contract in 2022. Ocon served as Mercedes' reserve driver in 2019, and this shows that he will bring knowledge and understanding to the Mercedes team if he replaces Lewis Hamilton. Alpine will be reluctant to let Ocon leave in 2022, as the company have invested a lot in him. And Fernando Alonso will be out of contract by the end of the year. Alpine will see their longer-term future with Ocon following Alonso's expiring contract. Like Hamilton's first win, Ocon's breakthrough came in a chaotic Hungarian Grand Prix in 2021. Alpine might not be easily motivated to allow the Frenchman to leave, but with the highly rated F2 champion, Oscar Piastri, waiting for his opportunity, Alpine might reconsider their decision. Oscar has already signed on as a reserve driver for Alpine in 2022. Valtteri Bottas. Although Valtteri Bottas left the Mercedes team recently, a reunion with the Mercedes team is not entirely out of place. Bottas currently has a long-term commitment with Alfa Romeo, and this might make the deal seem impossible. However, Totto Wolff, the Mercedes boss, has a good relationship with Alfa Romeo's boss, which makes the deal for Bottas probable. The presence of Guan Yu Zhu in the other seat can boost Mercedes' chances of getting Bottas if Hamilton retires. The chances of Antonio Giovinazzi's return are not zero, as he rode for the team for 3 seasons. Nick de Vries. Vries is a good F1 prospect with loads of ability, but he couldn't find a Formula One seat after winning the F2 title in 2019. Considered one of the most likely candidates due to his ties with Mercedes, Vries clinched the first ever Formula E World Championship for Mercedes in 2021. Vries is one of Mercedes' drivers, and should the company fancy the option of having a Dutchman to rival Max Verstappen, Vries is a viable option. If Vries is considered, the transition process will be smoother, as it would not include negotiations with other teams on the Formula One grid. Lando Norris. Norris is considered the best standout performer in 2021, behind Hamilton and Verstappen. He has a very bright F1 future, and will not easily pass up the opportunity to join Mercedes. Although Norris just signed a new deal with McLaren, which indicates that he would not be allowed to switch without Mercedes parting with some cool cash. Nico Hülkenberg. Hülkenberg would have been in his seat if Hamilton had decided to stay with McLaren in 2013. Hülkenberg's last permanent race was with Renault in 2019, but he also raced in 2020, when he stood in for 3 race weekends at Racing Point, as Sergio Perez and Lance Stroll were struck with COVID. The German is currently unattached, although he served as official reserve and development driver for Aston Martin in 2021. Hülkenberg's position with Aston Martin is not confirmed to have been extended, making him available in 2022. Most racing fans worldwide breathe sighs of relief following Mercedes hinting that Hamilton will be back in Formula One for 2022. Hamilton's retirement is considered a rumor following his long absence, but Mercedes may have indicated that he will be back to get an 8th title. The company posted a picture of Hamilton with the caption, "Adversity causes some to break, others to break records." What are Hamilton's chances of breaking the record if he returns in 2022? What do you think about Hamilton's rumored retirement? And what are your thoughts on the best solution for Mercedes in 2022? Let us know what you think in the comments section. And don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to this channel to get more videos and click the like button to enable notifications.